Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. So today we're taking a look at the Ecliptic Mercenary standalone. So this is by Zone 79. You may be familiar with that name. They make some really awesome outfits. Basically, this is a mod that adds a new Ecliptic Mercenary outfit to the game. Now, this is a standalone. There is a replacer version, so as you see here, this version, the replacer, will replace the Ecliptic Mercenary gear, whereas this version is a standalone, just because standalone basically means that it doesn't replace the armor. It basically stands on its own, as the title says. So it comes with three outfits, or three items. It comes with a backpack, an outfit, and then 6 variants of a helmet. You can buy them from Coleman in Neon. So yeah, let's go and take a look at it, shall we? Alright, so in order to find the outfit, we have to come to Neon, and we go to the Trade Authority gentleman here. Hello. I'd like to do some business. Alright, spacesuits. Okay, so here he goes. He sells it legendary. I am wearing it, by the way, but he sells it. That's a really powerful. That's a really good legendary. So the mechanized ecliptic spacesuit. I'm not sure. Let me actually check something. Let me check my one. Okay, so it seems like that's the designated legendary when you get it, which is very cool. So if we go back to buy, okay. So it's 120 physical, 124 energy, 128 EM. Let me just compare. That's pretty nice, to be honest. It's balanced, I will say. So it's gonna cost you 9,300, which is kind of cheap, to be honest, but I suppose it is what it is. So it has 30 thermal, 10 airborne, 20 corrosive, 0 radiation, 5.7 mass. It comes with combat veteran, which is 15% reduced damage from enemies, human enemies. Weapons weigh 50% less and 40% carry capacity, which is very nice. And then for the pack, here we go again. So there's two variants. There's the always on and there's the not. So this is something that Zone likes to do with their mods. So always on, basically, as the title or the name suggests, it will always be on your back, even if you're not wearing it. Because usually the way boost packs work is if you're not in an area with where you're wearing a spacesuit. So say if you're walking around New Atlantis and you have your spacesuit disabled, it will only appear on your back if you boost. So it's got 55 physical, 57 energy, 59 EM, 20 thermal, 10 radiation. As you can see, it's about pretty good. Like in terms of its balancing, it's pretty good. It's not overpowered. It'll cost you 2,963 credits. Now that'll vary a little bit depending on your perks. It's got Technician, minus 15% damage from robots, 20% extra carry weight, and 10% incoming physical, energy, and EM. And it comes with a balance boost pack. Now for the helmets, there's a couple of variants. So there's 6 variants altogether. So we've got all of them are the exact same stats. So it's got 60 physical, 62 energy, 64 EM, 10 airborne, 20 radiation. It's going to cost you around 2,500, probably 3k, depending on perks. And it's got 20% oxygen capacity. Automatically use a med pack when hit and while your health is below 25%. And then 20% accuracy while firing on the move. So there's variant 1, which is really, really cool. It's got this big circular... This is taken off of Kaiser, which is really cool. Variant 2 has the kind of the open mouth where you can see the mouth, which is very akin to how the Ecliptics normally are. We've got the third variant, which is just the eyes. It doesn't have the big circular dome around it, or the the big circular kind of. And I like this version probably the most. Version 4 comes with Oh, that's a bit of an issue there. So there's a slight texture issue. You can see there the neck is slightly visible. Version 4 has the mouth visible again, which again kind of fits more with the Ecliptics. Version 5 is just on its own a completely black helmet, which looks very cool. And then version 6 has the kind of reminds me of, what is it? Is it I think one of the enemies in Mass Effect. So we're gonna really quickly go now and just kind of like take a look at the armor in like a kind of a better lighting. So actually really quick before before you do that, so if you want to spawn this armor, if you don't want to buy it, if you type in help Ecliptic 4 armor, and then you'll notice here, so the way it differentiates between the Ecliptic is it has S. So you see there's Ecliptic S. This only works on PC. So if you're on console, you're going to have to come here, but that doesn't matter because he sells everything. So it's basically Ecliptic S, it's called, and there's the spacesuit, there's the boost pack always on, and there's them. So yeah, so we're going to go now, we're going to just kind of take a look at the armor, and we'll be right back. Alright, so here we are. So Simeon has got some of the armor on, so we're going to really quickly just show. He's got the first variant, so we're going to just check it out. So as you can see here, it's I use the term NIF scope, and that's because I remember hearing about it. And I initially used to think that NIF scope basically meant when you take a kind of a textures and assets in game and you kind of rearrange them. But apparently that's not the case. NIF scope can also be like assets outside of the game. But this makes use of, let me actually turn the brightness up. So this makes use of some assets in game. So the armor itself is making use of Neva's outfit from the body piece from, the Crimson Fleet girl. You can see that there. That arm, I believe, is based on the Space Trucker, I believe. And it just all in, like, it looks awesome. We've got some like flares there. The backpack is, I believe that's the Deimos backpack. Is it the Deimos backpack? No, that's the. Ooh. What is that? Let me actually check real quick. Because it looks like Deepseeker, but I don't think it is. No, it's not Deepseeker. I want to say it is the Deimos backpack. It looks very cool. And then the helmet, as you can see, so the kind of the base design for the helmet is it's got this kind of see-through, or not see-through, this like what is it called? Opaque, is that the right term? Standard helmet, and then this variant has, it's basically the big circular thing that Kaiser has on his head, but it's been kind of made smaller. And it looks really awesome. And I have the second variant where you can see it basically just the mouth is visible, which is kind of more in line with the Ecliptics. And there's the backpack. The backpack's quite cool. It's like a blackery texture. And then if we check, we'll check helmet variant number 3. So as you can see, variant number 3 is just the eye pieces. So it doesn't have the circular piece that goes around. It just has the eye pieces, kind of the lenses. But it also has this little antenna. They all have the antenna, or these variants, which I think looks a lot cooler, in my opinion. Like, I don't dislike the circular thing, but it kind of like, the circular thing looks more like a kind of a tracker. Like, you know, if you had like different variants for different like roles, this looks like more like a tracker or like a scanner. Whereas this looks just like a kind of a standard. It looks really, really cool. And then if we check out, we have the variant with the mouth open, which again, I will say, this is always one of the things that used to be kind of weird about the Ecliptics. Because the Ecliptics, basically, they're trying to make themselves look a bit kind of scary. But then you show their eyes, and usually when you show their eyes, it's psychologically, it's people aren't as scary when you can see their eyes, so it is weird. So now obviously this takes a different approach where you show the mouth, which is kind of a bit cooler in my opinion. It kind of fits more like with the Ecliptic. Obviously, you know, the base Ecliptic, you can see the eyes. This one you can see the mouth. I think it looks cooler. It also has that little thing in front, which I'm assuming would be the little speaker for talking. And let's check the other variant. We've got two more variants. So we've got, this is variant 5. This is just the straight, the helmet without the, without anything on it. It looks very cool. Very menacing. You can see there, it's got a little kind of scarring there, damaging. And then obviously version 6. Or yeah, version 6 has the version 6 has the little mouthpiece. So all in all, I think this is a really, really, really awesome armor. Now, there is kind of one nitpick. So the Ecliptic's whole like shtick is their armor is meant to be like it's silver, like, and I think that it would be cooler if this armor was silver, like it was the color of the Ecliptics, just because that's kind of their thing. As much as I think, you know, I think black is quite cool. I'm not a huge fan of like, you know, you can have it any color you want as long as it's black sort of mentality. Just because I think it's like this is definitely, if you're using this as the standalone, so you're not using the replacer, by all means, you know, it makes sense, you know, you're kind of spec opsy, all cool. But I think it'd be cooler if the version that replaces the Ecliptic armor was the gray color, just to kind of match the Ecliptics. But aside from that, that's just a small nitpick. The armor itself is really, oh, that's kind of low resolution. That's kind of strange to like that. The other one. Obviously, you're never going to really see that, so it's not a huge issue. But yeah, like, all in all, it's a very, very cool armor. Like, awesome armor. Zone does amazing work on armor. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you're rocking this, and if you have any issues. As always, I'm reviewing these on Xbox, or sorry, I'm reviewing these on PC. So if you're on Xbox, you might have issues. I don't really see why you would, just because it's an armor, it's a standalone. Now the replacer might be more problematic, but even then I doubt it, just because, you know, Zone tends to know what they're doing when it comes to mods. They have a lot of mods, so I don't really see there being much of an issue with them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think, and yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.